Hey guys, this is Miss Doob, and today we are going to go over solving one-step equations. You have already done this before, so this is going to be a lot of review for you. But the first thing we're going to do is go over the vocabulary. So let me change my pen color so that it's cute. The first thing is the number 2. We already know this from what we just did with exponent rules, but the number 2 is called our coefficient, so don't forget that. Then our letter here, x, is called our variable. And then this number over here, I don't believe we have discussed before, but it's another word that starts with a C. It's called our constant. So it's very important you know those 3 words here because we will be discussing that and using that vocabulary a lot throughout solving equations as we get more deep into it and get to more complicated examples. So solving equations is all about knowing our inverse operations. So whenever you are trying to move a number away from x, which is what we're always trying to do, solve for x, multiplication is the inverse of division, addition is the inverse of subtraction, and exponents are the inverse of roots. And that goes both ways, which is why I have those double arrows on all of these. So we are going to do one example of each operation together. The first one we are going to do is m plus 3 equals 3. So the first thing we want to do is write down our original operation. And our original operation in this problem that we are seeing is shown right here with our plus sign. So we are doing addition. The next thing we want to talk about is our inverse operation. So we need to know what is our inverse of addition. What is going to help us solve this problem? So the inverse operation of addition is subtraction. Now I'm just going to rewrite this problem down here since I kind of blocked myself from writing anything else. So m plus 3 equals 3. We said the inverse operation of addition is subtraction, so we're going to write our subtraction sign down here underneath. And we are trying to move anything and everything away from m right here. So we want to move that 3 by subtracting it from that side. And as always, what we do to one side of the equal sign, we have to do to the other side. So we have to subtract from this side of the equal sign as well. We are going to get rid of those 3's there. They call it canceling out, but basically they just subtract away. We're going to bring down our m, our equal sign, and complete our operation on this other side, which 3 minus 3 ends up being 0. And these are called one-step equations because it only takes one operation to solve for our variable. So we get m equals 0. Our next problem we are going to do is x minus 1 equals 29. So I'm going to write this in a better place this time. Our original operation is shown here, which is subtraction. Our inverse operation of subtraction is addition. So in order to get that minus 1 away from x, we are going to add, and we're going to add 1 here so that we get it away from x, and we also have to add 1 on the other side of the equal sign. So we are going to cross out our 1's here, bring our variable x down, our equal sign, and add 29 plus 1, which is 30. So x equals 30. Here's our next problem here, 7x equals 28. Our original operation we'll see we have a 7 right on the x I could add a little dot here and show you that is multiplication. So the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So this time, we are going to divide that 7 away from x. So we divide both sides by 7. We cross those 7's out off of the x, bring the x down, the equal sign down, and 28 divided by 7, which should be 4. All right, our last example that we're going to do, I couldn't really type out nice and pretty on the slides because it's hard to write division on the slides, so I'm just going to write it right here. So our example is b over 3 equals 6. So obviously here our original operation is division. The inverse operation of division is multiplication. So b is our variable. We're trying to get 3 away from that. So we are going to multiply this side by 3, and we are also going to multiply this side by 3. These 3's go away. We bring our b down, our equal sign down, and we're going to multiply 6 times 3, which gets us 18. Hey, this is Ms. Dupe on a different screen because I realized I wanted to show you one other type of example that you might come across. So it can be a little confusing when you see negatives and different operations in combination with each other. So just really quickly, if you have a problem where you have something like negative 3 plus x equals 10, you want to make sure that you are doing the operation that is in front of the number that you want to move away from your variable. So our variable is x, we want to move the negative 3 away from x. You want to do the operation that is in front of 3. So this operation right here is minus, it's making it a negative 3, but the only way we can get rid of it is by doing the inverse operation. So the current operation, it's both a negative number and it's kind of subtraction at the same time. In order to get rid of that negative number and move it to the other side, the inverse operation that you need to do is addition. So in order to get that negative 3 over away from x, you want to add 3 to both sides because negative 3 plus 3 makes it 0, which makes all of that go away. Then we bring down our x, our equal sign, and 10 plus 3 is 13. So I just wanted to add one more example onto there, that way you were completely prepared for the quizzes, and that is what you are going